The foods we choose before bed can have a surprisingly large impact on our metabolism the next morning, especially for people with prediabetes who are sensitive to even subtle fluctuations in blood sugar and insulin. While the concept of a bedtime snack might often be framed as something to avoid, the right choice, particularly one that supports gut and metabolic health, can actually improve overnight glucose stability and morning insulin responses. Among potential snacks, pistachios stand out as a unique option, especially when compared to more conventional carbohydrate-based snacks like toast, cereal, or sweet pastries, which tend to provoke sharper overnight glycemic changes. The key difference lies in the nutrient composition of the snack. Pistachios are rich in fiber, healthy fats, protein, and polyphenol, all of which slow gastric emptying, blunt postprandial glucose spikes, and provide fermentable substrates for gut microbes. When consumed at night, these properties help create a slow, steady release of glucose into the bloodstream. This contrasts sharply with carbohydrate-rich snacks, which can be rapidly digested and absorbed, leading to higher nocturnal glucose levels, compensatory insulin surges, and even reactive hypoglycemia in some cases. For people with prediabetes, this pattern contributes to metabolic stress, impaired overnight fasting glucose control, and a higher risk of morning hyperglycemia, setting up a cycle that worsens insulin resistance over time. Emerging research suggests that incorporating pistachios as a bedtime snack can attenuate these effects. Controlled studies indicate that consuming nuts in the evening, in modest portions, can reduce the magnitude of nocturnal glucose excursions and improve next morning fasting insulin levels compared with high glycemic carbohydrate snacks. The fiber and resistant starch in pistachios reach the colon, where they're fermented by beneficial bacteria into short-chain fatty acids like butyrate and propionate, which act as signaling molecules to regulate hepatic glucose production and enhance insulin sensitivity. Meanwhile, the healthy fats and protein content of pistachios further modulate digestive and hormonal responses, prolonging satiety, reducing late-night cravings, and preventing excessive caloric intake that often accompanies carbohydrate-heavy snacks. Another important consideration is how pistachios interact with circadian rhythms and the natural fasting window overnight. Unlike sugary or starchy snacks, which can cause rapid fluctuations in glucose and insulin that interfere with nocturnal metabolic rest, pistachios provide a slow, controlled nutrient release that aligns more harmoniously with the body's circadian rhythms. This gentle stabilization helps prevent the overnight hyperinsulinemia often seen with refined carbohydrates, contributing to improved morning blood sugar readings and more balanced hormonal signaling. Over time, consistent inclusion of pistachios at night could reinforce healthier glucose patterns, reduce the burden on pancreatic beta cells, and help delay the progression from prediabetes to type 2 diabetes. The contrast with carbohydrate-based snacks becomes even more apparent when considering the broader metabolic consequences. High glycemic snacks trigger larger insulin responses, which, if repeated nightly, can exacerbate insulin resistance and promote fat storage, particularly in the liver and visceral tissues. Pistachios, in comparison, encourage a metabolic environment that supports fat oxidation, preserves lean mass, and fosters better glycemic control. Additionally, the polyphenol in pistachios have antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects that complement their macronutrient profile, providing systemic benefits beyond glucose regulation. Beyond glucose and insulin, pistachios may also influence satiety hormones and appetite regulation in ways that carbohydrate-based snacks do not. By promoting the release of GLP-1 and PYY through both their nutrient matrix and microbial metabolites, pistachios help curb morning cravings and stabilize appetite, reducing the likelihood of overconsumption at breakfast. This combination of improved overnight glucose control and better hormonal regulation demonstrates how a simple, well-chosen bedtime snack can have a cascading effect on metabolic health throughout the following day. From a practical perspective, the advantage of pistachios lies in their convenience, palatability, and portion-friendly nature. A small handful, roughly 20 to 30 grams, provides a satisfying crunch, a sense of satiety, and measurable metabolic benefits without adding excessive calories or refined sugars. When integrated into a consistent dietary pattern that emphasizes balanced macronutrients, fiber-rich foods, and low glycemic carbohydrates during the day, pistachios as a nighttime snack can become a strategic tool for managing prediabetes and supporting long-term metabolic resilience. In conclusion, the choice of bedtime snack is far from trivial for people with prediabetes. While carbohydrate-heavy options like toast or cereal may spike overnight glucose and insulin levels, pistachios provide a metabolically favorable alternative that promotes more stable blood sugar, improved insulin sensitivity, and beneficial microbial activity. Their combination of fiber, healthy fats, protein, and polyphenol supports gut health, enhances satiety, and aligns with circadian metabolic rhythms, producing a measurable impact on next morning glucose regulation. Over time, replacing high glycemic snacks with pistachios may not only improve fasting glucose and insulin readings, but also help delay the progression to type 2 diabetes, making them a functional, convenient, and delicious option for nocturnal metabolic support.